I then read Daniel Handler's new book called Why We Broke Up, and there are specifically 2 reasons why I bought this book. Number 1, it's Daniel Handler, and if you don't know who that is, it's Lemony Snicket, and Lemony Snicket is one of my favorite writers of all time. I absolutely adore A Series of Unfortunate Events, and I love how he writes so much, so I was really excited to read something of his, and I knew that this book wouldn't be as the character that he impersonates as Lemony Snicket, but I was still hoping for that kind of taste of his writing style that I love so much. The second reason that I bought this book was because it is absolutely beautiful. Like, I mean the physical book. I am such a sucker for beautiful physical books. This book contains a lot of pictures in it, which means that the paper is thicker than usual and a bit glossier, and that makes the book a lot heavier. It's kind of wider than usual too, which is interesting, and it's got this red and white cover, and it cost $20, so I was kind of not wanting to get it because it cost a lot and it's hardcover and I thought I could wait, but it was so beautiful, and every time I would go to a bookstore I would just pick it up and hold it, and I just loved holding it and I loved opening it and turning the pages so much. So eventually I just bought it. Unfortunately, I was disappointed in it. It doesn't sound like Lemony Snicket, which is because it's written in the voice of the character. It's first person. If I hadn't known that they were the same person, I wouldn't have realized that Lemony Snicket and Daniel Handler were the same person at all. This book is written in one giant long letter, which is a girl writing to her ex-boyfriend about why they broke up. I'm not really going to recommend this book. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't like it either. And then I read The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which is a book I've known about for a long time, always vaguely wanted to read, but I just never did. And so I finally decided to read it, especially since they're making a movie out of it, and so I have to read the book first. And unfortunately, the cover I got, I can't show it to you now, I'm lending it to a friend, but it has that soon-to-be major motion picture, and it's not even a sticker. I can't take it off. It's very upsetting. But anyway, this book is so touching and so beautiful. I really, really recommend reading it, especially if you're a teenager or a young adult of any kind, or just if you're anyone, really. This book is written in letter format, but you never really find out who the recipient is. Charlie writes all of the letters, and there are no responses. He admits he doesn't really personally know the person he's writing them to. He just heard from someone that they're a trustworthy kind of person, and he ends up writing, over the course of an entire year, dozens of letters, basically telling his life story, or at least his life story as it is in that year. It's totally a classic coming-of-age story. At first I was really dying to know who was reading these letters, but in the end it didn't matter so much. I've decided I really like books written in letter format because I really like first person, but the fact that they're written in letters gives a reason that it's in first person. You're not just like wandering around someone's head. It's a really interesting narrative technique. And yep. See ya.